All right, here he is, folks, with much fanfare, the assassin baby, Brandon Moreno, another flyweight championship showcase for the former king here tonight, and he believes he's going to be the one sitting on the throne at night's end, Chip.
I mean, John, no one would have ever thought that Brandon Moreno would become the guy that won the championship, fought for the championship. We thought when he had a draw against Davis and Figueiredo, he had overachieved. This man has now won that championship in dominant fashion and put himself right back in line to become champion again. A tremendous story, a tremendous fighter, and a guy that just inspires whenever you see Brandon Moreno.
Yeah, you put that well, and I think because of all the great knockouts in 2022, what he did against Kai Kara-France sort of didn't get the attention it deserved, right? To win a world championship with a body kick. Pretty heady stuff. Another highlight for Brandon Moreno. We'll see if he can get another one for the real tonight. All right, so the road to UFC Gold and Glory at 125 pounds goes through this man, and you gotta be on in every facet of the game if you're gonna dethrone the champion.
Or even give him a challenge. I mean, we have seen him time and time again take fighters who look so good against everyone else and make them look very average. He is just a tremendous athlete. He's a great champion, and he's a guy that with the confidence of that belt feels like he will never get beat.
And for the first time this week, he started talking about guys like you, simultaneous double champions, potentially wants to move up and challenge for a second belt, must defend this one first. Let's see how it goes. And now our tale of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Brandon, the assassin baby, Moreno! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson!
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one.
Good.
All right, so here he is, the former UFC flyweight champion, Brandon Moreno. And when we asked him in our fighter meeting about ways to win this fight, he talked a lot about the jab, but he also believes if this fight hits a transition and goes to the ground, he will have a decided advantage in the jiu-jitsu realm. Let us see if it plays out that way. All right, so we'll see if Brandon Moreno can get off to a good start tonight. He is a 5-tool player, but the jab would appear to be his weapon of choice here in the early game.
And honestly, John, he's developed it even further as he has gone to Missouri to train. The guy is getting better. He does a good job of finding his range. He's shortened his stance a little bit, so he's not so much of a boxing stance, but he is using that to defend leg kicks more effectively, but also still have the ability to go find that jab.
Lands another combination. His cardio is so good that it allows him to put forth this type of output and hits.
When his opponent is done at 2, he is stringing together 4, 5, 6 more different strikes. You don't do that without having fantastic cardio.
Oh man, how is he standing? Brutal knee to the body. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Straight to the body there by Brandon Moreno. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up and down.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Pretty good jab there by DJ. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Nicely done as he lands a kick to the leg.
Got to the clinch, controlled the posture, and lands some big knees from in close.
Nice kick landed there by Brandon Moreno.
Beautiful job by the champion.
All right, so he lands his first takedown of the fight after many failed attempts, so he stayed committed. Now he has the fight in his wheelhouse. Let's see what he can do. Moreno's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it. Oh, nice shot landed from the bottom. Oh, look at that high-level grappling as the fighter reverses position and attains a dominant position.
Work, come on.
2 minutes now to go in the opening round. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Moreno getting work from the top here. These ground and pound strikes very effective. Let's see if he tries to work his way back to his feet.
Now he's going full mount.
Nice positional control here. Well, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop the
He
stop.
better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Went for the inside leg kick. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline.
Oh, he's going for his arm now. Looks like he's got that submission locked in.
He's really advanced now. Looks like he's gonna get finished.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon and it showed in that defense.
All right, heading back to the corner now, and Moreno's got a real significant cut above the eye. We'll see if the cut man can stop the bleeding. All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we are, early round two. Nice jab by Brandon Moreno, high guard, and he gets that thing to the target quick.
Gets to the target quick, and you can see the assassin baby starting to really feel himself right now. He has found his flow, he's in his groove, and like I said, that jab is what starts everything coming from the fighter from Mexico.
Nice jab by Brandon Moreno. Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Working out of that southpaw stance. Oh, and there's the double leg takedown for him. Beautiful entry there. Johnson's in half guard now. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful.
He's got his foot on the hips. Now he's going to attack a triangle choke here. Look for him to try to move the arm across so he can start getting head pressure down.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches and bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Johnson's in half guard. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
And very effective with the ground and pound. Johnson's able to transition back to side control now. Good, solid strike on the ground.
Great defense by this fighter. And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
Johnson's right back to the full mount here.
What he has to do here is just try to stay relaxed. Big, explosive actions, panicky actions are what gets you submitted a lot of times.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position. Oh, good defense, yes.
Johnson's able to make a nice transition there back into side control.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Moreno.
Oh, he's got to be careful here, yep.
20 seconds to go, round two. Well, doing his able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job by the assassin baby, Brandon Moreno. Seconds winding down in round two. Moreno's in half guard. All right, round three coming up next.
Stop!
You did not win that round. You hear me? You lost that round, all right? I want you to stick to your jiu-jitsu. I don't want you to stand with this guy at all. Take him right down.
All right, so there's the horn at the end of the round. Multiple takedowns landed for him over the previous 5 minutes.
And you know what, John? Even more importantly, look at the opponent now. He's afraid to pull the trigger because he's been taken down so many times. Getting taken down is one thing, but having it happen to you continuously really does make you gun shy. And right now, he's very tentative
to let his offense go because of the fear of getting taken down back to the mat again.
All right, here we go. Next round is underway. Thought we might see a finish in the previous round. Had a submission attempt, but was unable to close the shoot.
Wasn't able to finish the fight. Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine. You better protect your neck when you're fighting this guy because he's got the guillotine locked in. But oh, man, that was slick.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Brandon Moreno. Well, sometimes our stat guys are stingy with the submission attempt numbers. There have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions.
Oh, strong reversal on the ground here.
Good work, I'm gonna stand this up.
Moreno's pass is denied.
Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter.
Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position.
He's going for the choke.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Brandon Moreno.
I need you to move, scramble.
All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
Posture's up now. Oh, and delivers. Huge punch to the head there. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Moreno's in half guard.
Getting him out here. Attacking armbar.
Ooh, that looks tight.
Looks like it's getting tight.
Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He was able to take his arm out and stay safe.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control.
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Johnson. Moreno's body getting bruised up on that right side now. Don't want to take too many more shots to that midsection.
Great job changing the position and getting that reversal.
All right, close guard now. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Johnson's in half guard now. 1 minute now to go in the third.
Way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Moreno's looking to pass out of the half guard here, maybe looking for side control. He's denied.
Lands a nice punch from his back.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent. Moreno's back in full mount. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds.
All right, we almost had that submission, all right? Let's keep going after it. We're not giving up on it at all. We're going to keep the faith, and we're going to go right after it, okay?
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Oh, continuing to attack the head as that diving punch lands. Oh, nice job by him there to move into half guard. Not much resistance from the bottom fight.
He's just too good in this position. Look for ground and pound immediately.
Great job landing from the top position.
Moreno's trying to get a triangle submission here. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in.
Look at him, he's starting to finish. Oh my goodness. He slams him down, uses straight power to escape that triangle choke. Great job, great technique. I mean, great physicality on this youngster.
And just when you thought he might get submitted, instead he turns defense into offense and power bombs his opponent on the canvas. Johnson's attempting to pass here, but he's denied by the defense.
Oh, right into mount.
All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the hole for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submissions, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
Ground and pound strike there now. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. All right, feet on the hips here.
Great submission defense on display tonight.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by Johnson. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Lands with the ground and pound here. Another ground and pound strike lands. Nice transition into full guard here. We'll see what he chooses to do now.
He's going to be trying to pass to half or eventually get the full guard, full mount, sorry. Nice defense.
This work, I'll stand this up. You need to work.
Great ground and pound by this man.
Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas.
Great submission defense.
Moreno's pass attempt denied. Oh, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Moreno's in half guard.
Massive shot from the top.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position.
Great defense by the defensive fighter. That was a slick transition.
North-south position now. Perhaps the crowd will get its collective mind out of the gutter. Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Brandon Moreno. Well, you know he's comfortable fighting off his back. Fourth round here, less than a minute to go. Ground and pound, the hammer Mark Coleman would be proud. And There it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. Can't get it, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Moreno going to work here from the full guard. Nice combination of strikes, mixing it up pretty well here. Some obvious swelling in and around that left eye of Moreno. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Now trying to isolate an arm.
Yeah, he's trying to go to a Kimura lock. Right here, he'll either try to get the submission or use the sweep.
You gotta be kidding me. How did he get out?
He just stayed calm. He's able to withstand the fire. And now he finds himself out and safe.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Moreno. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. So the horn sounds after that round. Big knockdown in that frame. Great round from Johnson.
Completely dominated that round. And more of the same. This is the last round. Get out there, punch into that takedown.
All right, so a huge round for him there. That head kick probably would have had me out for good. The guy survives to see another round.
Yeah, but he'll go back to that. It landed so perfectly. He set it up great. He did a great job of mixing up the target early, going up high, and getting the desired result.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round. Pretty strong jab there by Johnson.
Oh, nice takedown defense. Oh, my God.
All right, hip toss, and he is able to take him down. Beautiful execution there.
Great job knowing exactly what he wanted. Moving the position left and stepping in with that right leg to load his opponent and flipping him through. Great move. We love the big move. They're very excited.
Oh, these are some serious power punches from the top by DJ. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Moreno's back in full guard.
Big ground and pound. Nice shots landing from the top position.
Johnson's looking to pass here, denied by the opponent. A lot of top pressure being applied here.
Beautiful transition.
On to the mouth.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on it.
Side control now. Lands another strike upstairs, and for his opponent, that is certainly not going to help matters when it comes to the swelling.
He can't miss, Jay. And when you saw the swelling initially, you knew that he needed to change something. He still has not changed that. And while it's getting worse, it's still not at a point where we should panic. But a few more, and he's going to find himself in a dire situation.
Moreno's in half guard. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Moreno's right back to the full mount.
This works. I'm gonna stand you up. You need to work.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground.
Nice transition.
Good work from the top here by Brandon Moreno. Well, at this point, hard to blame him for headhunting, right? He has caused some significant swelling upstairs and continues to attack that area to great effect.
Absolutely. I mean, the guy has done a great job recognizing where he had an advantage, where he has an ability to separate himself from his opponent. He's done exactly that, and then showing in his opponent's face with all that swelling. In the half guard, beautiful ground strike landing.
All right, feet on the hips here.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
Moreno's back in half guard.
There it is, now he's on the mount.
Less than a minute now to go in the round.
That was nice.
Oh, the ground and pound is there. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Moreno's in half guard. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here.
Keep the pressure going on that ground game. Let's go.
20 seconds left. Johnson's has got full mount now.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Johnson's back in full mount. Oh, big shots from the top. Well, what a title fight it was, what a showcase it was for this division, but at the end of the day, the champion just did a little bit more, and you gotta think he gets the nod, right?
I believe it was the championship experience that allowed him to push through in those spots that he needed to in order to keep his championship. I agree with you, J.A. I think he keeps his belt.
The official decision is in. Bruce Buffer has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson.
Well, no surprise, Demetrious Johnson gets it done yet again here tonight. This is a championship title reign that is coming up on like 2,000 days. Absolutely incredible. You know his future's in the UFC Hall of Fame, but you wonder just how long this prime can last, because at least right now, it looks like DJ can rule this division for several more years. Dominant effort out of Demetrious Johnson here tonight.